Previously on Dances with Dice, when last we left our heroes, Finian, the halfling artificer, Felix, the human bard, and Theo, the satyr fighter. Our heroes had arrived outside the gates of Marishain with their new companions in tow. The capital city awaits, and new mysteries to be solved have answers within. What awaits our heroes as their adventure unfolds this week on Dances with Dice.
So, you guys find yourself outside the gates of Marishain. It's an awe-inspiring sight. Looking at it now from, kind of sitting in this cart. Both Vonnie and Branneth kind of like giving you guys not like necessarily the side eye, but kind of like that moment to enjoy, like the first time you see the walls and the gates, and like for some of you who spend time in larger cities and things, it might not be necessarily the most impressive thing in the world, but there is no city on the planet of Amoth quite like Marishain.
I imagine Theo wouldn't exactly like she'd look at it with sort of like the same probably the similar feelings that she had the first time she saw it, because I imagine this would not be the first time she's been to Marishain.
I think out of all of you, it's possible that Felix has not been to Marishain before, but I think out of all of you, I think the only person who definitely hasn't been here would be Finn.
Yeah.
So Finn,
definitely. Finn's just like,
especially as someone on the smaller, as someone on the smaller side, and also being an artificer and an engineer, just kind of like, it's both awe-inspiring in its size, and then also it's like the engineer brain is going a little bit. It's like, how'd they build, like, the stones are bigger than me, like the walls are that tall. It's like just kind of like the brain. It's like two sides of the brain short-circuiting at the same time, I would imagine.
Definitely getting there's like the awe-inspired part, and then there's the analytical part of the brain going, how did they do this? How could I do this? There's all the math going on over here, and then there's all the sparkly, shiny,
I was gonna say, like, first Kintsugi robot, and now it's super cool, shiny city. This is like Christmas for Finn.
Yeah, it's like everything he dreamed of as college. It's like, it's real. What about you? What about you, Felix? Any thoughts on the city?
Cities are cities. Let's make some money.
He's been here before.
Let's get this bread.
Vonnie snaps the reins of the cart, and it starts moving forward. You guys join a line of about 10 or 15 carts that are kind of passing into the city. Looks like some of them immigrants, some of them sort of trade carts and things. Others appear to be sort of day laborers, kind of heading back into the city, possibly. You arrive at the gate. You're checked for your weapons. Make sure that you don't have any contraband or anything on you. They
A little
ask,
colorful zip tie on it.
they ask they ask where
Con.
you're
I didn't know if
going.
you meant it first.
Con humor.
They
We're cosplayers.
the fucking tagline of our podcast is what happens when a bunch of cosplayers play D&D. I'm the only
Like,
non-cosplayer.
Super brief sidebar. Do you guys ever remember to take off the peace bonding after cons? Because all of my weapons that have gone to a con still have their peace bondings from the last time I took them,
Can't be
because I always
bothered to
forget
remove
to take them off.
I can't be bothered to remove it until the next
wear it
con
again.
comes around.
It lives there until it's Schrodinger's peace bond. It stays on there until it's not needed
It's still
anymore.
peaceful the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ensures that the weapon doesn't grow sentient and begin attacking people.
Oh my god.
I will always say that the weirdest experience of my life was wearing Percy in the UK, because they don't bother peace bonding guns, because why would you have one?
How did you get
There
that?
wouldn't be a real one. So of course it's fake. So I'm walking around with bad news, which is like a 5-foot rifle on my back, and it has nothing on it. No convention staff have like blinked an eye at it, and I'm like, where am I?
What is this magical place?
It's like
Confused and
It's-
traumatized American.
it's like that's the first like it's like, when did you realize you weren't in America moment? That's there's the first
You
one.
didn't peace bond my gun.
No one cared that I had a prop gun. Security wasn't looking at me like I'm insane.
All right.
It takes about 5 minutes to get through the checkpoint. Very minimal, and you find yourself in the the sort of lower city square. Marishain is divided into 4 major districts. There's the lower district, which contains most of the traditional trade shops. So that's where you'll find your blacksmiths, your traders. Some smaller, more niche magical shops, potion shops, things like that. Then there is the, it's known as the lower district or the crafting district. Lower simply because it was the first one built, and the city kind of naturally formed almost like a step stair sort of foundation on the plateau that they found themselves on. The lower city and crafting district also neatly segment off into the harbor, which is almost like a small city in and of itself, given how much operations are involved there with international trade. The Arcane District, also known as the Middle District, was the second district built in the city. It is where you're going to find a lot of magic shops, enchanters. It's where you'll find some of the higher end blacksmiths and armor smiths who deal exclusively in enchanted items, as well as where you'll find some of the more public and private libraries of kind of arcane knowledge within the city. Its biggest landmark being the Royal Arcanum, which is, at least on the continent of Odos, the single most concentrated collection of magical and draconic knowledge on Odos. Free to the public and any citizen of the Empire, and often frequented by, scholars will make long treks and pilgrimages to be able to come and visit the Royal Arcanum. The fourth district is the, I'm sorry, not the fourth. The third district is the Temple District. It's also known as the Forest within the city, as it is a mix of both temples to the gods as well as several druidic circles have themselves set up within the walls of the city, and is punctuated by sort of almost private groves of trees and almost private forests within the Temple District. So these temples are nestled under great foliage and copiage of different trees and species and things like that. So equal parts a site of worship and pilgrimage, and also one of the more popular tourist attractions in the city, as most of the forests around Marishain kind of end a couple miles, about 5-10 miles outside of the city because of how much lumber was needed to build at the time. And finally, you have the Palace District, or the High District, also known as the Crystal Rose. That is coming from the main power source of the city, which is one of the largest concentrated pieces of Aftermeria that still exist on the continent. It acts as a power focus and focusing crystal that powers not only all of the magical defenses of Marishain, but also helps provide power, water, all of the daily and necessary functions.
The elevators.
And it is called the
Crystal Rose.
The Crystal Rose, thank you. It is called the Crystal Rose because when the sun shines overhead at noon, the sunlight that hits the crystal, all of the rainbow sort of effects kind of bounce off the walls, and the crystal itself shines with like a soft red sort of hue, thus giving the name to the palace and the source of power as well.
Finn gets in there and it's just like running around, like checking the angles of things to see like how the light's coming through, and he's
got a caliper out and he's like
he's just like measuring shit and
he's like, you can tell what time it is by blah, blah, blah,
yeah. And again, all of this is
so if you look it up at the things, you can actually tell what time it is, because when the light shines in at the right refracting angle, it's just like
and Theo and Felix are like nodding like
isn't that fascinating?
And Morgan's having physics class flashbacks. I'm like traumatized.
Well, you mean the class that you didn't go to? It still got a better grade than me?
No, that was a chemistry class.
No, that was both of them. That was chemistry and physics. You did.
It sounds like
you did that to me in both of those classes.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Sounds like a YP, your problem.
I mean,
should have invested more points in those stats. I don't know.
Too busy doing other things like
one of us has a chemistry degree and can't write papers to save their life, and the other person likes creative writing.
Yeah.
So,
I used to write Morgan's emails for them.
Yeah.
When Morgan was like, I can't go to class today, Hannah, can you write the email to my professor to tell them I can't go? I said, okay.
See, this is why we have rounded D&D parties, because some of us are good at certain things.
Yeah, if I tried to email my professor, especially in college, it would have been like, me sick, no come class. Morgan.
Bye-bye. No fail, please.
No fail, please. I cry.
Big sorry. No feel good.
No feel good. Tummy hurty beef jerky. Brain hurty beef jerky.
Please play a barbarian or something our next campaign and use that voice.
Big sad.
Like
Sorry.
actually a very well-spoken individual, but it's like for some reason like the world has decided all barbarians are stupid, so it's like me lean into stereotype.
No, I want to hear that voice explain nuclear fission.
Fusion or fission?
Either. I just
proton split. Big atom become too small atom. Big energy required big energy output. No like being separated. Like to stay together.
Friendship.
Atom make friend. Do not want to break friendship.
I like the
Large
idea of...
Hadron Collider is friend.
I like the idea that the barbarian is actually highly intelligent, but just talks like that.
Yeah.
Doctorate in physics.
Literally.
Dr. Barbarian.
Dr. Barbarian.
Well, now I have my backup character if Felix
Yeah, there you go.
This is Dr.
The
Barbarian.
way he's going is kind of likely.
Hi, I'm Dr. Barian.
First name Bar.
You can call me Barry.
Oh my god, he's a lawyer too, because he's taking the bar.
The bar.
Yes.
The bar exam.
I am both a lawyer and a doctor. Yes, my
passed
mother
the-
is still disappointed in me.
I passed the bar, parentheses, Barian.
All right.
Well, no, it's like now all I'm imagining is just like, hello, I'm Dr. Barbarian. I am both a lawyer and a doctor. My mother is incredibly disappointed in me as she was an artist.
Barb Arian. Barbara Arian. No.
Fucking TikTok that's like coming out to your liberal parents. The mom, dad, I'm straight.
Oh my god.
Anyway, you guys find
fuck.
yourself in the crafting district. Vonnie and Braneth both basically signal to you that they need to return to the headquarters of the Company of Delaw, but would be happy to kind of show you around the lower crafting district if you guys would want to at a later date. You're also welcome to join them, as I think you guys had wanted to do a little bit of investigating. Otherwise, there's several sort of like informational booths that kind of point in different directions of like, here's where you can find inns and taverns if you're looking for food.
We've got the little brochures.
Basically, yeah, little brochure that kind of like, again, it's a big, if you can imagine like, imagine navigating downtown LA with no knowledge of, how to do it. It's a little bit like that.
Which part of
wanna.
downtown LA?
Like around like the convention center and all that sort of stuff. Like it's a big, again, it's like you think it's a fairly metropolitan city, given all the things involved in it.
I'm gonna ask Brenneth if there's a good like time that we would be able to speak to the leader of the company, because we probably should ask about the reason we were told to come here. Because that might be a good time for us to go back and like meet up with the company if they want to split and go check in.
Brand's like, well, hi, Lord Boros. I believe he's indisposed for the next day or so. Believe he's meeting with the Emperor for some important business or what have you. But, if you come back in a couple days, should be able to. Hang on. Oh no, yeah. If you come back, I think 3 days from now, we're doing our sort of weekly report, weekly sort of status update within the company. So, usually that's when the doors are more open for the public and you can kind of come in, make requests or post jobs or things like that. Might have a short speaking to him then.
Cool.
So,
So
a
let's
couple of
make that a
days to
plan then?
enjoy the city, I suppose.
How's that sound, team?
Sounds good to me. I'm going to find my accent again and be terrible at it.
I saw the fear in your eyes when you opened your mouth, like knowing you'd have to place your accent again.
Yeah.
Nobody
I'm Cockney uncultured, but it's not really Cockney. It's it's just bad. I know that every single actual.
It's generic fantasy.
Exactly. I know that every single actual person. of that
Most
continent is
accents-
cringing
It's
at
all
me
right.
right
I'm
now.
sitting here being terrible at mine, so don't worry about
You
it.
sound so good. Shut up.
Sh-
You all are really good at accents, and I'm very
I don't
doo-doo.
know what you're talking about.
You're not.
I'm gonna go learn how to ride my thing, my wolf.
Is that what the kids are
Ah,
calling it?
Because you took a feat.
Yes. For flavor's sake, I'm gonna actually go learn how to do this.
I mean, I also took a feat. I'm alert now.
I don't remember what I did.
I'm alert. I cannot be surprised. And
Did I
I have a
take
+5 to
Warcaster?
initiatives.
What did I do?
Cannot
I
be
did take
surprised.
Warcaster. Okay.
And also, invisible
everyone
things.
took a feat.
Also, invisible things have no advantage on me. None advantage. I know where you are.
None advantage.
You got surprised once by a popping head in a basement. It's like never again.
Never again.
Now I will never rest, so nothing can ever
I
surprise
will never
me.
know peace.
Uh,
Her feat is just anxiety disorder.
I
mean,
take
I could have given you that.
I take the feat panic attack. Wait,
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Panic
Anyway.
attack would be a legendary action.
That's you. My lair is just my depression den.
As long as it works for you once, it'll be better than me taking Poisoner last campaign and literally never using it.
You were a poisoner.
I had the Poisoner feat last campaign.
I think you poisoned your sword once.
Nope. Literally never. At least
I-
nothing that I made with the feat. Like, I might have had the item on me already, but I never used the feat.
Yeah, that was funny. I mean, you took it for flavor's sake because you switched your entire subclass up, but it was really funny. I think you
Thought I would
had
use
an
it.
idea. No, I remember you had an idea for it for when you were going to the temple, and the temple ended up being not what you thought it was, so it didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
You were going to try to poison you figured it would be a negotiation, and you were going to try to poison the head monk, and it turned to be something much, much worse.
Yeah, the things I was expecting from Amiria's character arc last campaign, like, I had a whole idea in my head of what that was gonna look like, and it was a lot more talking and a lot less body horror. So,
that was a
Dunn
horrifying
did fuck that
arc.
up on me.
Hey, I sent out trigger warnings. That's all I'm going to say.
You did, and also it was like a good time. Like, we enjoyed it.
Yes. No, that was I think Amiria's. I think the most fun I had with an environment was definitely Amiria's arc, just because you don't get to do body horror that often. And then we got a fun little one shot out of it because you guys had to go beat up yourselves from alternate realities.
And we got to kill I got to kill Eisen.
The
You
dream.
got to work out some marriage problems in that one.
You got
We
to
weren't
live
married.
the dream.
No, you weren't.
I
You
forget
weren't
which one of
married
you
yet.
killed Karma, but one of you, I want to say Morgan killed Karma. One of you guys
I
killed
mean-
Karma.
I probably would have aimed for karma just out of like.
One of you
Who I
killed
am as a
Karma. I do
person.
remember that.
I'm
I know
fairly
Karma was the
certain-
first to go.
I'm fairly certain that was the
David
joke
me.
in the one shot. It's just like you must now fight yourself. It's like Karma immediately. It's like 9th level fireball on the Eisen clone.
Get rid of him, because like fuck, I'm fighting Eisen. He
Fuck
can't
that
live.
guy.
He will kill all of us.
Get him before he can use all of his sorcery points.
Get him before he can turn into a plant.
No, because remember, these were the alternate versions of yourself. So he wasn't a sorcerer. He just was actually a cleric.
Oh my god. Change of plans. We're keeping that one.
Yeah,
It's like,
can we trade?
can we trade?
We're gonna no, I'm not gonna make that joke.
All right.
Anyway, Finn, you're able to find like a horse stable of sort, and they have like a little field in the back for like where the horses are. The gnome proprietor kind of looks at you a little funny as you ride up on like a mechanical dire wolf. But you toss him like a silver and ask for some time in the back, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, son. You got yourself a wild mount there, but hey, I ain't one to stop a man from practicing. Go ahead."
Ha. Wild mount.
Oh, that wasn't even a reference there.
Oh well.
I've done the reference. It's the name of the city.
And the name of the king.
It's the name of the empire, the name of the cities. Those are the references.
What about
Okay.
you?
All right, continue.
So, roll me 2 animal handling checks.
That's a 5, and then a 10.
Okay. It's awkward. And I think like you spend about, I'll say, like an hour at it, and about 45 minutes in, that's when you realize, oh, because you've ridden
Yeah.
like ponies and stuff. So it's like, why is this so difficult? You didn't make a saddle.
Ooh.
So you're just kind of sliding around on the back of this
On the metal.
I
metal.
thought we did have a set.
Yeah, I
Didn't
thought I
we
did do that.
determine that
Didn't
he
I
was
buy
riding
one?
Western?
Yeah, no,
we
yeah,
had
no,
a
you
whole
did.
conversation
Oh
about.
no, yeah, you did have a saddle. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, we had
It's
a whole
like-
conversation about that.
you say you realize. Sorry, I'll walk the back. It's like you realize that you realize that the saddle had not been properly adjusted from the fight when
The
like
cinch
you had
was just so loose, you just slipped right off.
Yeah, so it's just kind of you realize that in the fight, the saddle. I guess you kind of find out the first issue with riding an actual war beast, which is the point of your feat, is like, oh, I should probably have a saddle that doesn't move around during combat. That would be important. I don't want to fall off this thing. And with that, you make some notes, make some adjustments, and you go from there.
Woohoo!
For the rest of you, I guess the easiest thing you can do would be you can find a inn if you'd like to kind of camp yourself out for a couple days and explore the city a bit.
I've learned my lesson. Sleep in the inn.
Yes, God.
It's like I feel like Finn sells his tent. It's just like we're not doing this again.
Actually,
It's like
fuck this.
I'm not gonna be even tempted.
We just pack it in like my bag instead, so you can't like see it. Like out of sight, out of mind. Like no, sweet pea. You don't need that right now.
Finn's like the old that was the day that Finn drew up the designs for the portable fortress.
Yeah, Finn's gonna invent the portafort from Fortnite.
Can I learn the spell that's like the mansion? I think so.
I think bards can get Melf's Magnificent. Is it Melf's Magnificent Mansion?
That doesn't sound right.
Milf's Magnificent Mansion.
Yeah, the MILF mansion.
Yeah, that I always thought was the joke. Was like
I want to go to the MILF mansion.
It was.
I don't know how to spell.
Now I'm
mansion.
looking up bard spells just to find out.
I'm looking right. Yeah, no, Bard and Wizard. You can get the Magnificent Mansion.
Mordenkainen.
It is Mordenkainen. It was an M.
Okay.
Though Mordenkainen's
say.
Magnificent Mansion is technically the Critical Role version. I think Magnificent Mansion is just the generic one.
Oh.
Or at the time it was Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, and then they re-released a couple books and changed some spells. Either way. But yeah, so I'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys are able to find an inn. It's called the Candlelight.
I'd like a quick one-off question before we get too comfy.
Of course.
Is there like a board that has like notices on it?
Yeah. Those would be found in most inns. And then there's a couple of like sort of town crier areas that there are notice boards and things set up. Are you looking for anything specific?
I just want to see if there's a missing poster for a specific person that I would expect there to be a missing person's poster for.
Okay. You were able to find a town crier board.
Are we with him at this time? Or did we all go do our own thing?
No, you were all together at this point. So because you would be making your way through the town to get to sort of like the section of the inns and things. So unless Felix, you were trying to be sneaky about this. Okay, yeah, you
Why would
stop
I need
at
to hide that I'm looking at the board?
Okay, yeah, so you stop off at the thing. Please roll me an investigation check, Felix.
No.
Put my croissant on top of my dice tray. Or idea.
Yes, I guess since we're looking at the board, she's gonna be like, "Oh yes, quite. We're looking at the board."
Okay, I mean, if everyone wants to look at the quest board, please roll me a investigation check.
Well, I don't know if it's a quest board. I don't know. I thought.
Well, it's a notice board basically.
Oh.
I got a 17.
See if there's any sick and sweet deals. Ooh, I also got a 17 plus.
You know who I'm implying, right, Zach?
Yes, I know who you're looking for.
Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
My tiny baby boy Belcher.
Got a 17.
Wait. Sorry. I just said that.
Yeah, you did, Sweet Pea.
It's from a Bob's Burger episode. I've got you now, baby boy Belcher.
Do you know how much Bob's Burgers I watched when I was with Hannah?
I bet it was a lot.
You let me turn that on. You were here to support me,
it's
and
good
that's my
background
comfort
noise.
show.
You've made me watch weirder shows.
That's
so
true. I have. I
really
made you
can't
watch
complain
Cool
too much.
Runnings, which is still
right.
comedy genius, and I will not back down on that. I
Anywho,
rolled 17 flat. That's right. I don't have a plus.
So
to
17,
investigation anymore.
and what was yours, Finn?
17.
Oh, everyone rolled a 17. Everyone rolled a 17.
Jesus. I was expecting more because I was like, yeah, investigation. I was like, wait, no, that was karma. This is +0. Karma was my smarty pants.
Yeah, you're not smart anymore. You're just you're strong and beefy.
I had +7 to initiative.
Jesus. Okay. So Theo, you see a notice from it's a notice for help from a dwarf named Grinnan, Grinan, and he is offering 150 gold for help in clearing his name of a crime he did not commit. Finn, you see a notice from hang on, I need to remember what temple it is. You see a notice from one of the temples of Zem, and they are requesting help in terms of dealing with a haunting, sort of a possession issue within the temple. There's mention of ghouls and thralls sort of infesting one of the catacombs beneath the temples. Felix, you under a couple of posters, old and faded, you see some old missing notices. And as your eyes scan it, it looks to be about maybe 6 months to a year old. A missing poster of the particular person that you were looking for.
I'm gonna rip it off and fold it and put it in my notebook that I have the music written in.
Okay.
Did we notice him do this?
I will say, are you trying to hide it?
Yeah, let's try a stealth. Or
All right,
just slide a
stealth
hand
check.
roll for that.
Slide a hand check, and then the other two of you, please roll me perception checks.
I appreciate perception, so it's probably gonna totally go over my head.
16.
16.
That's a natural 20, baby.
Ooh.
Fucking shit, I got a 19.
Baby!
Ooh.
Okay, where is it? There. It's right there. That
I
one.
hate you.
It's
Um,
a little
Pretty nice.
peacock symbol of the person who made it.
Felix, you're still kind of
This
just like
dice loves me.
You're kind of you're reading this and just
I
like
found my
huh.
Alex Drastel dice.
You're reading your little wanted poster that you pulled off, and you see you notice Felix reach up and grab one themselves, and it's like, oh cool, they found something they're interested in as well. Theo, you catch Felix staring intently at this old poster that they sort of dug for, and watch them tear it down, fold it up, and stick it in their little private book. With a natural 20, you were able to catch a glance of the picture on the poster. Felix, would you please describe for us what this picture looks like?
I don't know what it looks like, so I'm gonna.
Alex is being a good boy. Took his headphones
Alex
off.
took his headphones. Actually, no, hang on a second. Alex, what I'll do is I'm going to just
Deafen him.
I'm server def. I didn't mean to
He's
disconnect him.
done.
I didn't mean to disconnect him, but
He's
I just
banned.
meant
I'll go quick while he's out of the call then.
Yeah.
Young man, early 20s, blonde hair. That's probably all you're gonna catch.
Does he look anything like you?
Felix, or no, I'm sorry, not Felix. Theo. So you see this photo, or you see this photo that they fold up. It does not look like Felix. It appears to be a missing persons poster. That's what you're able to kind of gather from it. Looks to be about maybe 6 months to a year old.
They offering a reward?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That was Morgan not paying attention. That wasn't Felix, like, not paying
That was
attention.
Felix just zoned out, like, he was in the T-pose, he was loading.
Still loading into the game.
It was fucking Dragon Age when Krem is standing on the chair because it's like glitching out and he won't sit.
Yeah.
It was fully that level of like things aren't loading incorrectly.
Okay.
Nah, thought he was hot. Seems like a good thing to draw later.
Okay.
Um,
Do you usually dig through missing person posters for faces to draw?
Why not?
Suppose why
It's
not?
buried under months of shit. It's not like anyone's gonna miss it. Well, I guess whoever.
Someone's missing
is
them,
looking
clearly,
for him.
because they're
Yeah.
on a poster and they're a missing person, so someone's missing them, but alright. Live your best life, I suppose. Weirdo.
all right.
Well, hey, I found some stuff where people need some. Y'all want to go clean out a church basement?
No, Theo found that one. You found
I thought
I found that. No, I found Grinnin.
You found Grin.
He found
Oh no,
the
you
church
did. You
basement.
did find the
He
church
found
basement.
The church basement.
Sorry, I had that reversed.
We want to what?
Well, it looks like this. Like the church is like ghouls and whatnot. Like, I mean, like we fought those things in the forest. I feel like this would be pretty easy.
Well,
I
we
do
just
like money.
we only just got into town. Did we want to pick some things up, or are we just going to head straight to a job?
Now I don't know about you. I have 34 gold.
Oh, that's right, money. I forgot.
You all
the last
are
campaign, and
level
we don't
4.
I have 89 gold, but that still ain't gonna cut it much.
I think I bought a bunch of potions because I.
You did.
Yes, I
we have no
did.
money. Wait, did we
You-
get a long rest?
Yes. Well, no,
Have
no.
we
You've
got
been,
a long
you've been traveling, since the fight. So, you would get a long rest when you lay down for the evening. So, I mean, if you want,
up, right?
So wait. Well, yeah, we also leveled up, so I guess that would mean we get the long rest.
yeah, technically, I did that for the first campaign. That is not how I'm doing it for this campaign.
Oh.
So the level up does not work like a level up in Final Fantasy where you get all your health and your spell slots back. It's just I'm basically
like
counting you guys. You've leveled up, and we're going traditional D&D rules where you have to get a long rest before that level up kicks in. So
have we gotten a long rest yet?
No.
Yeah. So you would need to go find an inn basically to, because again you've got 3 days basically to kill.
Is it evening?
before. It's like mid-afternoon ish. It took you again because you saw the beauty of the city before you were there. You were about a mile or two away, and then you rode into town, had to go through customs, I guess it would be. So it's probably about like maybe 3-4 o'clock, getting into the late afternoon, early evening. So
we can't even use any of our cool new things until after we
tomorrow.
sleep anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we could do that, but probably tomorrow. That's what I would imagine, because honestly, I'm kind of beat.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just seeing if you guys wanted to do it.
Oh, no. How much does it pay?
His didn't say.
Oh,
his did not say, but you guys know you guys know historically the generosity of the temples is fairly well known. So even if, like, for example, you're not getting something of like gold value, you would be getting something. You would, whenever a temple owes you a favor, it is a good thing.
Okay. Well, I found one where the man is offering 150 gold to help clear his name. He does not say what he did or what he's being accused of, but I don't know. I suppose we can look them both over tonight and make a decision in the morning.
Intriguing.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So
you guys are very easily able to find a couple of inns. There are kind of 3 to choose from that seem like fairly reasonably priced. There's the Candelabra. There is
Can
the
you say
blue.
something about the Candlelight Inn?
There's the Candelabra Inn. There's the Blue Bottle Bar, Tavern, and Rest Stop. And the Dancing Elf, which is a tavern as well.
Maybe that was what my
I want to go to the dancing elf.
maybe that was what my note from the last session was. I was predicting this inn. Dancing Felix.
Dancing.
I'm not an
Felix.
elf.
I know, but
Dancing.
you Twinkie.
You'll be whatever she tells you to be.
Don't
Damn,
worry.
okay.
I have the highest strength, motherfucker. Yes. I'm surrounded by toothpicks. Meanwhile, I'm buff as fuck.
Excuse you, I am a twunk.
Yes, the bardic twunk.
All right.
Never mind, I
wait-
forgot my strength is 11. I'm not a twunk.
I am not a twunk.
All right. What is the where are we going? Are we going to the Dancing Elf, the Blue Bottle, or the Candelabra?
Excuse me, it was Blue Bottle Bar, Tavern, and Rest Stop.
Okay. The blue
That
the
sounds like a
BB
full like driver's
the BB
diners,
triple R.
drive-ins, and dives. Ow.
Diners,
was hard.
drive-ins, divers, and draves.
The BB
Dreams,
there's the BB
dudes,
triple
and
R.
Dead.
Bed Bath
Um,
Brothel and Bar.
Are they all in the same district?
Oh yeah, because you're so the crafting district is sort of segmented into like there's like the inns and like hospitality sort of section that kind of careens into the like markets and open and like sort of like markets and open stalls area, which then leads itself into the actual crafting portion of the district where like the blacksmiths and the all of like the actual like crafting people work and live, and then that leads you naturally up into and towards the temple district and the arcanum.
Is the
The
blue
arcane
bottle
district.
owned by an eccentric dwarf named Gentleman Fiery?
No.
Can
Why?
you
Very
consider that
specific.
as an option?
Where is this coming from?
It's Guy Fieri, but fantasy.
Oh my god.
I can't
Gentleman
do
spicy.
I can't do a Guy Fieri impression, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would be
No,
down
that's
for
fair.
that.
That's allowed.
mainly because he's just kind of like a surfer guy. I can't really do a Guy Fieri.
Fella
It's surfer, but shouting.
Yeah.
Guy Fieri, fella spicy.
Okay, but you have the
Roast spicy.
you have the 3 you've got the 3 options. Which would you guys like to do?
I vote for the dancing elf. That sounds like a good time. The other one sounds a little bit pretentious, and the other one's name's just too long.
I feel like there'd be a lot of truckers there.
What's a truck?
It's like a twunk, but
There's a lot of wagons.
All right. So 1 vote for the Dancing Elf.
Let's go with the dancing elf because it has the best name.
All right. The
why do I
dancing-
feel like that's the one that Zach just literally pulled out his ass?
It's
The-
Zach. He pulled all of them out of his ass. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. Candelabra's kind of fancy.
This man's notes are a single sticky note that says dragon with a question mark. I know how he works.
I mean, I've seen some of his stuff. I lived there, and I saw some of his notes. And
You
he
guys
hoards it.
walk into the Dancing Elf. You are greeted by a lively atmosphere. There looks to be like a small band playing on a stage. It's a fairly large establishment. If you imagine like a hotel lobby of sorts, where there is sort of a segmented bar area that's also seems to be serving as something of a front desk, and then there's like about 15 or 20 tables place looks to be about half full. People watching the show, people eating. The dancing, the name of itself becomes very clear as the chandelier hanging down from the top of the building is a beautiful piece of wrought iron and stained glass work, where all of the stained glass is various depictions of elves in a dance of some sort. And the light from the chandelier itself casts on the walls almost like a moving sort of collage of these images of these various dancing elves, and it looks like something of a festival scene that plays out in sparkling lights around the tavern itself. It's quite beautiful. Behind the bar, you see a very large, very hefty and hulky looking half-orc woman. She stands about 6'6", looks to be about, like 250 pounds, and you catch her just as she's hoisting up a full, like, kind of keg of ale, probably about the size of Finn, on her shoulder. And she kind of turns, looks at you, gives you like a head jutting nod as she heads into the back as you guys are kind of standing at the entrance.
Challenge her to an arm wrestle.
No.
Good lord.
All right. Then we're going to go inside, I assume.
Yeah, no, you guys are standing at the entrance.
Oh, we're already inside. Right.
Yeah, you're already inside. She was kind of giving you the nod, like, if you're looking to just sit, go ahead and sit. But if you're looking to like get a room for the night, she'll be back in like a couple minutes.
We have to, because you got to do it. Roll for hotness.
Is this a hot lady?
MILF roll, MILF roll, MILF roll.
She's back. She's like, I'm 22.
She's a MILF.
MILF, mommy.
As she walks back up, you kind of finally catch her face. Her skin is kind of like her skin's almost like a greenish steel color, like a very dark, almost to gray skin tone. You can see that she has one tooth capped with what appears to be like a gold sort of tooth cap. The other one just plain. Long black hair pulled into a very tight braid, and you can see with two little wisps of gray streaks running through the top of the head. She's wearing a fairly plain, like kind of like white linen, with a brown apron on top of it. With the most obvious thing being the very strategically and obviously placed boob window that is just showing off the bazongas. And as she comes back up and she's got what appears to be a fresh keg on her shoulder, she sets that down, pours out a couple ales, sets them down on the side, and says, "Well, welcome to the Dancing Elf. How might I help you?"
We're looking for a room.
Ah, well, you have come to the perfect place. We have plenty of rooms for anyone of any size. Now, would you guys need individual rooms or a group package?
What's the group package again? It seems to change place to place.
Right. Well, we try to keep things as simple as possible. We have either one larger communal room that has both the ability to cook, clean, and shower, all in one space. Otherwise, you can get individualized rooms with all of those amenities as well.
Is it cheaper if we get a group room?
Generally, it is, yeah. The individual rooms will run you about, I think, 7 gold an evening, and the group rooms, I believe, and she like kind of pulls out like a book. Oh, yeah, the group rooms are running at 4 an evening. However, since the group rooms are universal and are designed to fit 10 to 20, you do accept at any time you might be bunking with strangers.
Oh, we're in a fucking hostel.
The individual rooms do come with a setup of more than one bed inside of them if you're looking for a little bit more of a private experience. But given that we are at a premium for space here, that is how we have our 2-room availability set up.
Could we share a single?
Are you trying
Given what we have with us.
It is episode 12, and we are in, but there was only one bed!
I will sleep on the floor before I'm sharing with either of you fucks. This is gonna be the con experience of falling asleep in the bathtub because there's too many.
Alright. Could we do that? Would we all fit in one singular room?
Oh yeah,
Finn barely
absolutely.
counts. He's tiny.
Oh no, the
Is that racist? Hold on. Is the thing that I said, is that fantasy racist?
Not really.
Yeah.
It's just a comment. It's like he is small. He fits most
tiny.
places.
As the
Like-
tallest person in this group.
I could fit very perfectly in that boob window.
Exactly. That's all Finn's thinking about. It's just like, I could fucking climb her.
In this campaign, Alex gets to be horny!
Alex is the horny one now.
I'm the
Alex
horny
gets
one.
to be horny at last! He's free!
Oh my god, you were right. The 3 genders are slut, princess, and loser, and Finn is the slut.
Exactly. Slut. Princess. Loser.
The large orc woman, she's like, oh yeah, no, they're designed to fit 4 people comfortably. Again, 2 full-size beds and enough space to be able to, cook and clean and such.
Then we'll do that.
All right, that'll be. And how many evenings are you going to be needing our services here?
Hold on, I need to do
3,
the
right?
math.
If we're here for 3 days, that's 2 nights, right?
Yeah, so it'd be 14 gold for 2 nights.
So did today count as a day? When we say 3 days?
Yeah, so it'd be tonight and then the following evening.
Okay, so 2 evenings, that's 14.
14 gold.
So 2 evenings, so 14 gold. I have I hand her the 14 gold.
Well, thank you kindly. And she hands over there's 3, she hands over 6 slips to you guys, and it's like, as part of your room package, you do receive the option of some meal vouchers, so you are welcome to order anything off the menu, either for breakfast or for dinner. We do not provide lunch, unfortunately.
That's quite all right. We will probably not be requiring that anyway. So,
Well, free food is free food, but you guys do what you guys need to do. My name.
Finn almost lets it slip out. He's like, "Oh, I'll be doing some things, all right."
My name is Martha, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
will do. Thank you so
Finn
much.
definitely loves large women.
It's like she hands the keys.
big.
She hands the keys over to you. You guys are on the 2nd floor, room number 3. You're able to make your way up, and it's a fairly spaciously sized room. Plenty of room to be able to lay out all of your stuff. Still have plenty of room. There's a little kitchenette and sort of cooking area, along with it's a kind of curtain hanging from the ceiling, but a corner is also squared off. There's a bath. There's a bathtub, sort of like a washing station, things like that. And then there are 2 queen beds within the room itself.
Dibs, and I throw my shit on one of the beds.
All right. Finn, you can have the other one. That's fine.
Huh?
She paid for the room. She's just going to let the boys sleep in their little beds, like little princesses.
Wouldn't you? I mean, wouldn't you be needing the bed? Where are you gonna sleep?
Where are you going to sleep? You going to pitch a tent outside? Again?
I mean,
I recall how well that went.
Damn.
I am kind of gestures to himself. He's like, I am, kind of small. I could sleep pretty much fucking anywhere.
Oh,
You're kind of larger. Wouldn't you need the bed?
I'm quite used to not sleeping on a bed. I mean, it's nice, but
You sleep standing up like a cow.
yes, that's what I meant by not sleeping in a bed. I stand up the whole time.
Okay, that seems like the thing that I just did was fantasy racist. I'd like to take that back.
Yeah, that was 100% fantasy racist for a freaking
That was
satyr.
me
Like,
being a dick to my best friend, and I forgot the implications of it. And then I
That
felt
one-
bad immediately.
That one was the actual fantasy racism.
that was a little typical human.
Yeah, it felt bad to do.
Finn,
Fucking,
Finn just kinda looks,
fucking front nuts.
Finn just looks at her and goes, "Okay," and just jumps on the bed.
Finn takes
Kind
him
of
about
like
the
lays out because he's not used to sleeping in such a big bed.
Yeah, it's like Finn's like swimming in the middle of this bed right now.
Finn is swimming in the middle of the bed, imagining he's swimming somewhere else.
Boobies.
Motherfucker.
Boobies!
I'll say for the sake of brevity, the evening passes without incident. You're all able to lay down and go to sleep without too much issue. Get yourself a long rest.
Theo does like help herself to a nice quick bath though, because cleansed.
Yeah. You're all able to you all are able to take a bath, wash up, get a real meal in you off the road for the first time in I want to say what was it? Almost a month-long journey, I think.
Well, we got food when we met Vonnie.
This
and
is
Brenna.
true. You did stop off at the little rest stop, but it's been about 2 weeks since you last had anything other than kind of like field rations. So
Okay.
nice meal,
Yeah.
nice bit of food. You lay your heads down to sleep and
Helps herself to a nice spot on the floor with, I don't know, there's probably another blanket somewhere in the room.
I mean, yeah, you also have your like bedroll and stuff that you can
Yeah.
roll out.
does
And you guys get yourself an evening's rest, a long rest, and that is where we will end our session for today.
She
Thank
sleeps
you
with
all.
the box in the bedroll with her.
She's spooning the box.
It's actually she's like since she's short and the bedroll's made for someone tall. She actually puts the box at the bottom of the bedroll so that if anyone had tried to come get it, they'd have to crawl down there to get it. They'd have to really get in there to get it.
I mean,
Thank
that's
you
not
all.
a bad idea, but it's also upsetting.
Thank you all
These
so
are
much
very
for
important
joining
to
us
her. These things
for
are
another-
very important.
for another episode of Dances with Dice. Please follow us on all of our social channels at Dances with Dice. And when you use the hashtag DWDcast or DWDart, we will use you as a named NPC in the show. Thank you all so much for joining us, and join us every single Tuesday for new episodes of Dances with Dice.